Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Bueno, hoy vamos a repasar vocabulario 3B. Y 3B, el capítulo se llama Para mantener la salud. We are going to go over 3B vocabulary, and 3B, the vocabulary is maintaining one's health. So we're going to look, and it's also including foods that are pertaining to dinner. Last week in 3A, we saw foods pertaining to breakfast and lunch. Remember, en el desayuno, which is breakfast, y en el almuerzo, for lunch, almuerzo, lunch. And this week, we're going to see a lot of food en la cena, which is dinner. Okay, so I am going to say the words 2 times. And the first time you will listen to the pronunciation, and then the second time, repeat it with me. And you can pause and rewind and listen to it as many times as you want. All right, let's get started. And the first section is to talk about food and beverages. Comida y bebidas. La cena, which is dinner. El bistec, and think about it, that sounds like beef steak. La carne. El pescado. And note a difference here. El pescado is how we call fish that you're going to eat, that you're going to consume. But el pez is actually fish that is your pet, that you would have in a glass bowl on your shelf, that you love and you don't eat. Okay, and just a funny story, I had a student last year, and he used to love to tease me, and he would say, voy a comer mi pez. So he would say, I'm going to eat my fish, but fish is in my pet. He thought it was funny. El pollo. Remember, this has the double L. So the double L makes the y sound. Pollo. La cebolla. Again, the double L. Los guisantes. Las judías verdes. La lechuga. Las papas. Los tomates. Las uvas. Las zanahorias. And remember, wherever the H is, silence. El arroz. And this has the double R, so you're going to need to trill the R. You're going to need to roll the R. So try that one again. El arroz. Yes, you can do it. Keep going. Los cereales. Now, this cereal is not like last week. Last week we saw el cereal, which is the cereal that you would eat for breakfast. And los cereales are grains, okay? That's a little different there. Los espaguetis. Las grasas. La mantequilla. El helado. Silent H. Los pasteles. A mí me gustan mucho los pasteles. ¿Y tú? Las bebidas. Now we're going to talk about being hungry and thirsty. Tener hambre y sed. Tengo hambre. Now, notice the verb that we use with I am hungry. You're not going to use the verb estar or ser, which means I am, as we say it in English, I am hungry. We use the verb tener, which means I have. So I have hunger is really literally what it's saying. So never use the other verbs that mean to be. Only use the verb tener with hunger or thirst. Tengo hambre. Tengo sed. Tengo sed. Now to discuss health. Caminar. Caminar. Hacer ejercicio. Hacer ejercicio. Yo hago. That means I do. Now remember the yo, because you have the O ending here on this verb, and it is an irregular verb, but we'll learn about that one later. You don't have to have the yo there. You can just say hago, and that means I do. Tú haces. Tú haces. Same thing here. You don't need the tú because the ending of the verb tells you who the subject is. Levantar pesas. Levantar pesas. Para la salud. Para la salud. Para mantener la salud. Para mantener la salud. Now we're going to talk about to indicate a preference. Words we use to indicate a preference. Yo prefiero. Yo prefiero. Notice again the O ending there. So yo can be included or not. Tú prefieres. Tú prefieres. And notice this one ends in es, so this is the second person singular. Deber. Deber. This is the verb should, must, ought to. Now to indicate agreement or disagreement. Creer. Creer. This is an ER verb that means to think or believe. Yo creo que debemos hacer ejercicio. I believe we should do exercise. Creo que. Creo que. Creo que los pasteles son deliciosos. I believe that the pastries are delicious. The cakes are delicious. Creo que sí. Creo que sí. Creo que no. Creo que no. Estoy de acuerdo. Estoy de acuerdo. So one might say, oh, creo que la pizza is sabrosa. And then you might agree. So you would say, estoy de acuerdo. Now, the first statement was, I believe that the pizza is delicious. No estoy de acuerdo. No estoy de acuerdo. Remember, when you have an affirmative statement, you can just put no in front of the verb, and you can make it negative. To ask a question or give an answer. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? And now notice, when we have a question, you have a space here in between por and qué. Now the next word is por qué, which means because. Notice there's no space in between here and there's no accent on the E. Now to express quantity. Algo, algo. Yo quiero algo de beber. Means I want something to drink. Muchos, muchas. Muchos, muchas. Yo creo que debemos beber muchas aguas. Muchas aguas. Todos, todas. Todos, todas. Now to describe something. Horrible. Oh, la comida es horrible. Oh, the food is horrible. Malo, mala. La limonada is mala. The lemonade is bad. Let's see. El pollo es sabroso. El pollo es sabroso. The chicken is tasty. Sabroso. Sabrosa. Sabroso. Sabrosa. Now other useful words. Cada día. Cada día. Now, last week you had todos los días, which means every day. And this week you have cada día, which really means each day. But you'll see that they both mean every day. Now, this is one of the grammar rules you'll have this week, which for 3B, the plurals of adjectives. So it's pretty simple. Sabroso, singular. Sabrosos, plural. Sabrosa, singular. Sabrosas, plural. So notice if it's masculine, you got to keep it masculine when you make it plural. If it's feminine, you got to keep it feminine to make it plural. You just add the S. Popular, populares. Popular, populares. Now notice that one. It ends in a consonant. It doesn't end in an O or an A. Now that one, we just add ES. And it's, because it ends in a consonant, then it's still masculine, the same as feminine. Now the other grammar we have is the irregular verb said, which is the other verb that means to be. You learned the first one, which is estar, and we'll be looking at that. All right, bueno, va, eso es todo. O sea que ya terminamos. That's it. Nos vemos. Chao.